Now, as with this story, baptism is not an end, but it's a beginning. Now, some questions that you may have or you may not have. Anyway, why do we use water? Water is life. Water can also bring death. If you read the Bible, you discover that water is an integral part of the story of God and God's people. It's woven throughout. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and He hovered over the waters. The Spirit of God hovered over the water, separated the land from the water. We read the story of Noah. God destroyed the inhabitants of the earth with a flood. Destroyed the sinful people of the earth with flood. Water destroyed sin, and He saved Moses through the floodwaters. Moses, the great messenger and deliverer of God's people, his name literally means to be drawn out of, you guessed it, water. As the Israelites fled Egypt, God made a way where there was no way. What did He do? He parted the Red Sea, and all of the Israelites walked into freedom through the parted waters of the Red Sea. And then all the Egyptians pursued them, and what happened? The waters came together, causing death. As they wandered in the desert, Moses struck the rock, or in the Old Testament, in the Old King James Version, he smote the rock. You can choose, did he strike it or smote it? I don't know. But anyway, he smote the rock, and water came forth, providing nourishment and sustaining an entire nation in the middle of the desert. And before they crossed over into the promised land, their promised inheritance, Abraham, I'll bless the entire world through you. As far as you can see, your family will inherit this land. This was the promised land made to Abraham. What happened? God parted the waters once again. This time it was the Jordan River. An entire nation walked into their promised inheritance. Nothing in this world is quite as powerful as water. I mean, you might say fire, but you and I both know enough water will drown out fire. And there are two things we cannot live with in this world, without in this world. What are they? They're air and they're water. And ironically enough water will drown out the air. Every human on this earth draws their first breath coming through what? The waters of